Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive with us. Today we were talking about something that I think is super interesting. It's about coffee
Yeah.
and how the type of coffee you like might say something about your personality.
Interesting.
I know, right? We found this blog post that goes into all sorts of details about this, so we thought it'd be fun to kind of break it down and see if there's
Practice.
any truth to it.
Yeah, it's so interesting how, just our everyday choices can sometimes reflect a little bit more about us than we think.
Totally. And like, haven't you ever been standing in line at a coffee shop and been like completely overwhelmed by all the options?
Oh, yeah.
Like you've got your espresso, your cold brew, your lattes, even like lavender lattes, and you're like,
Right. What does my choice say about me?
exactly. Like, am I being judged by the barista right now?
Totally.
Like, are you a...
Are they psychoanalyzing me based on my drink?
Exactly.
Yeah, so this blog post, it dives into some specific examples, and it says that, espresso drinkers are often seen as bold and confident.
Oh, interesting.
Right. It's a very strong, new-nonsense kind of drink.
Makes sense.
But then on the flip side, you've got tea latte drinkers
Okay.
who are described as more creative and empathetic and valuing harmony.
Okay.
So very different vibes.
Very different.
So what do you think? Is there any actual truth to this, or is it just for fun?
I mean, this blog post isn't like a peer-reviewed scientific study or anything, but the idea that our choices reflect our identity,
Right.
that's totally rooted in psychology. We
Yeah.
see it all the time in like fashion,
Wow.
music, all sorts of areas.
Totally. Like someone who loves wearing bold colors and patterns.
Exactly.
They're probably a little more outgoing.
Right. Yeah, you could kind of guess that.
And if someone's always listening to the latest indie bands,
Mm-hmm.
maybe they're signaling their independent spirit or something.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe coffee can be a form of self-expression too.
That's a great point.
And it gets even more interesting when you think about the psychology of like taste too.
Oh, how so? So there's actually research that suggests people who enjoy bitter tastes, like black coffee or espresso,
Yeah.
they might score higher on certain personality traits, like sensation seeking,
Oh, wow.
which could explain that whole bold risk taker thing with espresso drinkers.
That is so fascinating. So it's not just about the image we're projecting. It's
Yeah.
like our biology is playing a role.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's similar to how some people's genes make them like cilantro or not.
That's so true. I love cilantro, but some people think it tastes like soap.
It's so weird. And there's also research about how caffeine itself can affect behavior too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, potentially making people more willing to take risks.
Mm.
So it could be like a combo of things.
Yeah, so it's like the taste, the
Right.
biology, the personality, it's all kind of intertwined.
Exactly. It's like peeling back the layers of an onion.
I love that analogy.
The deeper you go, the more you understand.
And speaking of layers, this blog post also mentions this idea of a coffee soulmate.
Oh.
Like once you find your perfect coffee match, you're kind of stuck with it forever.
Oh, so you're saying if I'm a latte person now, I'm destined to be a latte person forever.
Yeah. And like, what if I suddenly have this like craving for black coffee?
Right. What does that mean?
Does that mean my personality's changing?
Yeah, that's a great question. And it really gets to how complex personality is.
Uh-huh.
I mean, yeah, there are definitely some core parts of our personalities that stay the same,
Yeah,
but we're also always growing and changing.
that's true.
So what we enjoy, like our coffee preferences, that can definitely change too.
Yeah, like based on our mood or the situation.
Exactly. Like even the time of day can make a difference.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like Monday morning me needs a way stronger coffee than Friday night me.
Totally. And this blog post actually talks about that whole morning person versus night owl thing.
Oh, yeah. What was that about again?
So some people need that strong coffee to get going,
Right.
while others prefer to ease into their day.
Yeah,
So it's like our coffee choices reflect our internal state in a way.
that makes sense.
And it goes beyond just morning versus night too. Like think about how your energy levels, or if you're with people or by yourself, or even how focused you need to be.
Yeah, those things definitely affect my coffee choices.
Right.
Like if I'm meeting a potential client, I might order something a little fancier than my usual iced coffee.
Oh, for sure. Like you got to project a certain image.
Exactly. Maybe like a cappuccino or something.
Makes you look more professional.
Right.
Yeah.
But if I'm just hanging with friends,
Yeah.
then it's like iced latte all the way, or even one of those crazy blended drinks.
It's like we're speaking different coffee languages.
I love that. So this whole coffee personality connection is like way deeper than I initially thought.
Right. It's not just about finding your coffee soulmate.
Right.
It's about understanding how our preferences can show our inner world and how we interact with everyone else.
It's like a secret code waiting to be deciphered.
Exactly. And the more we understand this language of coffee, the more we learn about ourselves and the people around us.
I love that, and that's what we'll keep doing in part 2.
Can't wait.
We'll be right back after the break. So we've been talking about how our own coffee choices might show our personality, but like, could this whole coffee as signaling thing also work the other way around?
You mean like how we see other people?
Yeah. Like, do we judge people based on their coffee orders?
Oh, totally.
Right.
Think about it. You're in line at the coffee shop,
Yeah.
and the person in front of you gets a triple shot espresso. No sugar.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, I might think they're a little intense, maybe a workaholic.
Right.
They need that caffeine to power through the day.
Exactly. And then someone else orders a caramel macchiato with extra whipped cream.
Ooh.
What's your impression then?
Totally different vibe, for sure.
Right.
I'd probably think they're more laid back.
Yeah.
Maybe someone who enjoys indulging a little.
It's crazy how these simple choices can make us assume so much.
Yeah, and those assumptions might be totally wrong.
Right.
But it shows how much we connect drinks with personality.
Exactly. Like we're all amateur coffee psychologists
Ah.
analyzing each other's orders for clues.
Love it. But this also makes me wonder, are we choosing these drinks on purpose?
Oh, that's a good question.
Like to project a certain image? Or are we just going with what we like?
You know?
I mean, I know there are times when I just order my usual without even thinking.
Yeah, me too.
So maybe there's a deeper reason behind it that I haven't even thought about.
And then there are the times when we do choose intentionally.
Okay.
Like maybe we're trying to tap into a different side of ourselves.
Oh, interesting.
Or even influence our mood.
Wait, are you saying like if I'm feeling shy and want to be more outgoing,
Yeah,
I should order a bolder drink?
exactly. There's this thing in psychology called enclothed cognition.
Enclothed cognition.
It basically means that what we wear can affect our thoughts and behavior.
Oh, wow. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, like studies have shown that people wearing lab coats do better on attention tasks.
Really?
So it's not crazy to think our coffee choices could do something similar.
Whoa. So you're saying like just by switching up my coffee order,
Yeah.
I could change my mindset?
It's possible, and it's definitely worth trying.
That is mind-blowing.
Right, like what if that caramel macchiato really does make you more playful? Or that extra espresso shot gives you more confidence?
It's like we're drinking a little bit of personality with each sip.
I love that. And if our clothes can affect us that way, why not our coffee?
Right.
It's a super cool idea, and it just adds another layer to this whole coffee and personality thing.
Totally. It's not just about what our choices say about us,
Right.
but also how they can shape who we are in the moment.
Exactly.
This has been like a total mind trip.
I know, right?
I'm never going to look at my coffee order the same way again.
Me neither.
It's not just a drink.
Yeah.
It's like a glimpse into my soul.
Your coffee soul.
Exactly. And not just mine, but everyone else's too.
Right. It's like we've been talking about.
Uh-huh.
It can change how we see other people.
Yeah. Like just imagine you're on a first date and you order like the most over-the-top sugary coffee drink.
Oh my gosh.
What kind of message does that send?
Yeah, that's sending a very different message than like a plain black coffee.
Totally. It's all part of that like secret language of signaling.
Right. Like we're always communicating even when we don't realize it.
But honestly, the thing that's blowing my mind the most is this idea of coffee cognition.
Oh yeah.
Like that our coffee can actually change how we think and feel.
Potentially.
It makes you wonder, like, could we use this to our advantage?
Totally. What if we started choosing our coffee more intentionally?
You mean like
Thinking about what kind of energy or mindset we want.
yeah.
And picking a coffee that matches that.
Ooh, that's interesting. Like a little self-experiment.
Right. Like what if you try a coffee that's supposed to be for like really creative people
Okay.
and see if it actually sparks your creativity?
Whoa, I love that. So it's not just about expressing ourselves. It's about shaping our experiences.
Exactly. It's like even the smallest choices can have a big impact.
It's pretty amazing when you think about it.
Right.
And that's exactly what we want you to think about.
Yeah. Next time you're at a coffee shop
Pay attention to your order.
and what everyone else is getting.
See if you notice any patterns.
Any surprises.
Do you see this coffee personality connection in action?
And if you're feeling brave,
Oh, yeah?
try something totally new.
Break out of your coffee comfort zone.
Maybe you'll discover a hidden part of yourself.
Or maybe you'll just find a new favorite drink.
Either way, it's a win-win.
So cheers to that.
Cheers.
Thanks for joining us on another deep dive.
See you next time.